So I ordered on eBay pretty much the cheapest engine that I could find on eBay and on all of online world. Less than $200, $197.50, or I'm gonna put whatever I paid for it, pop it on the screen right here. Wow! They shipped this engine in 2 parts. Yesterday I got this box here, which I'm presuming is the lower unit, and I just heard FedEx deliver the second package, which I'm guessing is the top. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's kind of a hole in there. Whatever, as long as it turns on, we're good to go. Because I got a Jon Boat sitting out there. That thing needs some freaking power because I want to go catch some fish. Fishing on a budget. You know, you don't need to be $1,000 to go fishing. You just need to have a couple $100. Let's freaking unbox this thing and see if we can get it running. I'm super excited because it's been a long time coming. Not for the engine. The engine only took a few days to get here after ordering it. I'm saying, building the Jon Boat, that's been a long time coming. All right, look at it. There we go. She's tucked on in there. Really light, super light, not heavy. Okay, some kind of fuel thingy. The owner's manual, there we go. Alright, that was it. Alright, this has a few more parts than the other one. There's the tiller handle. And that is all. Wow, so this is an extremely basic engine. But I like that, you know? Keep it simple. There's the mountain bracket. So that's how we'll attach it to the transom of the Jon Boat. Those look like toolkit. Some kind of tool. And there's our lower. Woo-hoo, I'm getting excited right now. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, we're gonna be flying. We're gonna be flying. That's, you know what's funny too is the owner's manual, the engine on it. That is a completely different engine than this one. But it's okay. It's okay. I ain't hating yet. We're gonna take it for a spin. Alright, owner's manual. A ton of instructions in tiny handwriting. Alright, I'm gonna read through this and then we'll go over it. While I read through the manual, here's some shots of the engine, all the parts, and the Jon Boat. So I read through this manual already now like 3 times, and it doesn't actually tell you how to put the engine together. First it tells you some safety tips, like don't smoke when you're fueling your engine. Then it tells you to use a 1:25 fuel to oil mixture ratio. When you're breaking it in for 4 hours, use 1:20 ratio. It's got some information on how to break it in. Just make sure it's secured tightly to your transom. So it's kind of like instructions on what to do. This motor, you can trim up this motor in shallow water. So it tells you what it can do, but it doesn't tell you how to do any of it. Changing your gear oil. So it tells you here how to change your gear oil, remove drain screw, lower screw, and then it's got a diagram of this engine, which looks similar to that one. I'll give them that, and all the parts. but there's no instructions on how to put it together. You know what? I assume that is just because it's probably so easy. I mean, there's a bag of screws. How hard can this be, right? I say, let's put it together. Let's put it on the transom. I'm guessing we gotta put gear oil in this, or is there already gear oil in it? That is a great question. Hey, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Heck yeah, you see that? I'm figuring it out. Was that right? I don't know. How would I know? Okay, so the tool set came with a couple tools here. Those are the tools it came with. Came with that bolt, which I just put on there, which I'm not sure if that's right, but we'll find out in a second. And then these 4 screws, which I'm guessing are the 4 screws that hold... Whoa, what's that? There's another part. Those 4 screws, I think, go here, which hold, go in here. Simple enough. We'll put the frickin' head on the body. I figure the best way to mount the engine to this is probably if it's hooked up to the transom, nice secure. I'm gonna use the wrench to tighten this bolt down here. It would be easier if I just used the tools that I have here at home versus this thing. I want to use the tools that they send just to make sure anyone can do this. It's working. It's getting tighter. Oh yeah. There we go. I tighten them down real freaking tight. Nice and even now. Got this tight. Comes up. Alright, let's put the engine on it. Alright, I'm assuming the gas tank is in the front, or points towards you. And we have our 4 little bolts, which okay. I'll probably want it up a little bit more than that. Like, yeah, probably like, I won't really know the best position till we're actually using it. It's on there good. Now from the tiller, there's 3 cables. Looks like a power, a negative, and then a throttle cable. So we'll stick those in here, and I think the throttle is right back there somewhere. So this right here is the throttle cable, and if you look under the engine, there's this little hole here, and that is where it screws into. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. This piece of foam is the air filter, and this lever is the choke. So when it's pushed forward, the choke is closed, and when it's pushed back, the choke is open, allowing airflow into the engine. But it's not marked, so I take a permanent marker and I write C and O right up on the sides like this, so that way I know if it's closed or O for open. Now I take the throttle cable and I'm going to attach it to the engine. Once you got it screwed in all the way, you're going to want to take a pair of pliers or something and grab the throttle cable and just snap it right into that bolt right there. And then when you twist the throttle, it should pull the throttle lever down and up. Finally, you're going to attach the black negative wire to the black negative wire coming out of the engine, and the same with the red positive wire. Just attach the two red wires together, and this is your kill switch. So if you ever need to shut your engine down, there is a kill switch on your throttle handle. The way a kill switch works is when you push it, instead of the electricity going to your spark plug and firing your engine, the electricity goes through the easier path of resistance and away from the spark plug, killing your engine. Remember, if your kill switch is turned on, your engine will not turn on. I got some gear case lube. I'm not sure if there's going to be lube already in the gear case, but we're about to open it up and find out. Getting a little dark, so I brought some lights. First, I removed the cotter pin from the propeller so we can take the propeller off. Jeez. Oh, I got it. Yes. Okay. Leave a comment. What do you think? Is it going to be dry? Or is there already going to be gear lube in here? I'm interested. I'm going to say no. If there is, I'll be super impressed. Oh, there's lube coming out of it. I think there might already be some lube in here, boys. Look at all that lube. I'm thoroughly impressed right now. Well, I figured out where this goes. To this thing right here. Would you look at that? Try and pry this prop off here. Oh, there it goes. Yes. Take that pin out. I just top it off with a little bit of more gear lube, since I spilled a little bit out when I opened it up. Now we know. Oh, hey, buddy. Now we're going to open up the back panel to get to the spark plug. We're going to take out the spark plug, make sure that it's clean. Looks good. Now what I want to do is drop a little bit of oil in that cylinder. What I got here is, this is the XD50. This is the 2-stroke oil that my G2 250 Evinrude uses. So, you know, give her the best of the best. Give her that good stuff. We're just going to put a few drops right into that cylinder. Okay, I don't want to put a lot, just tiny bit. Yeah, it's plenty. Make sure it's snug. Now I want to give it a couple pulls to rotate it, the piston in there, to get that oil moving around and lubing it up in there. Because it's probably pretty dry in there. It's not spinning very easily. So I'm going to open that spark plug up again, and then it should be easier for me to pull it to get the oil, lube it up. Okay, now it should be easy to pull. Yeah. Well, the cylinder and engine is nice and lubed up, and I'm calling it a day and going inside for the night, where I'm going to print out a quick vinyl sticker. Fish on, I feel like, is the perfect sticker to put on this engine. I put my vinyl in the printer, I send the image to the printer, and I tell that sucker to cut. And before I know it, the vinyl printer is running its blade along that vinyl, cutting out fish on. Oh boy. I just have to do a little bit of weeding, and we got ourselves a really cool sticker to stick on the engine, but only if she runs. If we can get that air-cooled engine to fire on up today, I'm going to stick the fish on sticker on there. Pretty much got everything ready to go last night. Got it all lubed up, looking good. The only thing now is we got to put some fuel in it. The manual said the first 4 hours to use a 1:20 fuel mixture ratio, and the engine came with this little thing here, and it's got little, I don't know if you can see it, it's got little markings. So it's got the 1:20, 1:25, 1:40, 1:30, 1:50. So depending what mixture ratio you want, you fill the gasoline up to, let's say, 1/20, and then you fill the rest to this line with oil. So that's how we'll get the proper mixture. So we'll do that. We'll pour it in the engine, and is it gonna fire up? Knowing me and myself and the luck that I have, probably not the first time at least, but let's find out. Put the lid on that. And looks real good. Okay, let's try and fire up this engine. I'm actually going to put it inside of this bucket and fill it up with water. Even though it's an air-cooled engine, it doesn't need to be in water, but I feel like it'll be some fun. We want to see that water flow, right? full. And we'll add our fuel, and that should be it. Now I'm gonna squeeze the prime ball here. Hopefully we get some fuel. Oh, we do. That looks good. Okay, it should be ready to fire up. Close my choke. Push that forward to close the choke. We are ready to go. Wants to go. Ow! This thing whips so hard when it comes back. Oh! The exhaust does put out a lot of oil splatter, but that probably has something to do with me oiling the cylinders too. It splatters kind of all over the side of the boat, but it wipes up real easy, and hopefully the more I use this engine, the less it's going to splatter like this. I think it's time that we put her in the water and give it a real test run. We could even roll it on the well, this is a lot easier than I thought it was gonna. Well, with two people, it's freaking easy. Right? I feel like I'm not even doing anything. I think you're doing all the work. Oh, I didn't put the drain plug in. Holy smokes. Okay.
She's almost there.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put the drain plug in. I can't believe this is it.
Months of preparation. Here it is.
This feels surreal. I don't believe it. I got extra fuel. Coming prepared. Drain plug in.
I'd say just a controlled
descent.
I don't think it'll be a big deal at all. Yeah, if you want to, get in there and I'll pop it off. Here you go.
I wonder if it's gonna slide off with that super slick. You know, just slide off into the water. Alright, give her a old pusheroo.
It just slid right off.
Dude, it's more stable than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it's more stable. With a bigger engine, it'd be even better. If you want to grab those paddles, we could give it a little putt. I'm gonna try to start the engine. Okay, so so I turn it around. Come on, baby. I have the right thing, yeah. All right, let's. All right, I wonder how fast we're gonna go. Guys, check this out. I got super good news. Super good news. The Range Rover is working again. If you're new to this channel, just know I've had some serious Range Rover problems. I've been under that car all day. I took it to 3 mechanics. Actually, I took it to 4. 3 of them said they won't work on it. The 4th one worked on it, and after 2 days, he just told me to come pick it up. And I did a lot of YouTube watching videos, trying to figure out what was wrong with it, and turned out it was a shifter cable issue. Got up under there, found the shifter cable, played around with it, put it in the right position, tightened it. It shifts again, turns on again, freaking runs again. Which means, now that I'm gonna do a little solo trip here, I can tow the Jon Boat right into the water. Yesterday we put it in, gave it a little test run. Seemed to be working all right. It's about 5 o'clock, so I have maybe 2 or 3 more hours of sunlight, more like 2. Got the motor, put some more fuel in it. Got a bucket with some extra fuel just in case. Got my pliers, 2 rags, bait knife. Going real simple, just some leader, couple of size 2 circle hooks, and a couple of little snap-on weights. For bait, I'm just thawing out some shrimp. Up here I got, this is our pole anchor, so that's what I'm going to use as an anchor off the front of the boat. I have no idea if that's going to work or not. It works for my paddleboard. We'll see if it works for the Jon Boat. If not, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Got a cutting board, got a cooler here with just some ice in it, and a couple of beers. And then worst case scenario, that's our plan B right there, the paddle. You don't want to get caught with that one. I also got my camera bag. So this is the new, I've had so many issues with the GoPros that I just bought this, what is it? Osmo Action. It's the DJI action camera. It's kind of like a GoPro, but I heard really good stuff about it. I'm gonna use my GoPro. This guy, I got a mounted underwater camera on like some cheap selfie stick, so I'll try to get some underwater shots of the propeller just running, and maybe we can find some fish out there in the mangroves that I can capture on this. Sometimes they don't want to bite my hook, but I can still videotape them, so it's kind of cool. Let's get to it, boys. The hitch ball on here is bigger than the one on here, but I think I'll make it work. Bastard. Well, we're not going far, so I don't feel like changing the hitch out. Let's see if it works. Fingers crossed. Alright, let's see how we're looking. It held, yes. Okay, cool. Freaking right. I'm gonna put the engine up just to make sure nothing happens to it. That looks good. You go and catch yourselves a fish here. I am going to put, I'll just stick this in here for now. That way it'll hold the boat. Yeah, see? It's like my anchor. Honestly, I could probably push it in because I got that super slick steel epoxy. Oh my god, look, it just slides in. Whoa, it's so smooth. Cool. Kim pulled the trailer up. I think I have everything. See if we can get the engine started. Alright, it works. Heck yeah. It is a little loud. Woke up the whole neighborhood, but here I am. I can go fishing. No one can bother me. I am happy to go. I already see a fish down there. It's a little mangrove snapper. I am so stoked right now. Okay, let's cut up some bait and get to it. I cut up some shrimp. Take a couple of shrimp slices here. Chuck them out there. Get the scent nice and juiced up out there. Then I'm gonna hook my little shrimp in there in the size 2 South Florida Fishing Channel circle hook. Remember guys, if you want to help support the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and you can always head over to rwboutdoors.com. Get yourself some fishing rigs. See if I can't get me a fish here. There's so many birds chirping. This is amazing. So happy right now. Yeah. I got some. Oh. We got. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good grunt. Hey, that's eating size. That's a good eating size grunt. Grunt and grits, baby. Grunt and grits. I got my other camera so we can get the release here. Oh, there he goes. Oh no, a barracuda just grabbed him. Damn. Toss out another bait here. I gotta say, this is extremely stable. Oh, I got one. Yep. Hey, it's got a little bit of spunk to him. He'll be okay. Already caught 2 fish. Probably won't do much more fishing because this is more of a test run. And boy, is this a freaking good test. I'm stoked. First little bit of blood on the boat. Yeah. She's officially been got blood on the decks. This boat can actually go in reverse. You just have to spin it around and it'll go in reverse. I think now I'm just gonna putt around a little bit with this guy. I'll take the GoPro and try to get some underwater footage of the engine running for y'all. And it said in the instructions you're not supposed to do too high of RPMs for the first 4 hours of operation, so I don't really want to push it too hard, but I'm just gonna putt around maybe 2 or 3 miles and just see how the engine holds up. Maybe drink a beer or something. Let's see if she starts on up again. I'm not gonna use any choke, should be good. Oh, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. You gotta be kidding me. I brought the tools. I knew that thing was gonna be a problem. I freaking knew it. You know what? I should work on it like this. That way if something falls off, it won't go in the water. I probably should have packed the moonshine instead of the natural ice. Looks like what happened was the ball pulled through on the handle. Not a bad fix. There we go. Yeah, I'll just tie a knot here and hopefully it doesn't happen again. I don't get why motors always have to come with the cheapest possible pull cord. Like, how much more can it be to just invest in something that's not gonna rip on you after, you know, like a year or something, or in this case, second time taking it out. There. That ball should hold, but I'm definitely gonna put a new rope on here, and I'm gonna try to make it a better system. I'm gonna screw it back together and we'll try it again. Haha, yeah, baby. Home sweet home. Yeehaw. Gotta say, that was pretty freaking awesome. I'm stoked right now. Whew. Yeah. It's been a few weeks since I put the Jon Boat with the air-cooled engine into the water last. I've gone on a few trips and I've learned a few things about this engine. I was definitely pulling the start cord wrong, or since I've been running the engine for a few trips, it's loosened it up or something, but it's pulling a lot better now. Here, I'll show you. Remember before I would just give it short little pulls? What you want to do is pull it out about 16 inches and then give it a pull. Let's see if we can get this to start first try here. Try that one more time. Pull it 12 or 16 inches out and then give it a nice tug. It seems to start great once you kind of figure out the little nicks and crannies on how it wants to start. It seems like every engine is just a little different, but at first I thought this engine had some kind of flaw with the starter. I just wasn't pulling it right, but it works great now. It turns on pretty much almost every pull. I also think it had to like get broken in a little bit. Overall, this boat with this engine, it's a great time. I read some concerns of people saying they don't think this engine's gonna last because of the salt water. It's been like 3 weeks. And so far, there are no signs of rust anywhere on this thing. And this is what I do. Every time I come back from a fishing trip or just a cruising trip, I take this corrosion block and I just spray the whole engine down. I spray it on all the bolts and just kind of on everything. And just take it. Just give it a little spray. If you keep it greased up, I think it should last a long time. It is a little dirty, I will give it that. My boat always ends up covered in that black oily stuff right here in the back, which is okay because I just take a rag and it comes right off. What's that, you ask? Oh, that's a new engine. Here's a little sneak peek. I think what I plan on doing with that engine is the top head comes off of the lower unit very easily, and I have a bag. I have this waterproof bag, and I'm thinking about just putting that little 2.8 horsepower engine into the waterproof bag and just keeping it up under the bow of the Jon Boat as a backup engine. $200 backup engine that seems to be running great, seems pretty reliable. It's a very simple engine, so not much can go wrong with it, and you don't need many tools to work on it. So I'd say that's a plus. That one right there is the 2.8 horsepower engine, but for like 30 or 40 bucks, 240, 260 bucks, you can get the 4 horsepower engine. I don't know how much stronger a 4 horsepower is than a 2.8, but it's probably got an extra little kick to it. It's not a bad option. Would I recommend that engine for like any kind of far distance driving? It only goes about 5 to 6 miles an hour on my boat. Probably not. If you're fishing like in ponds and stuff, it's probably plenty. But if you plan on going like 2, 3, 4 miles, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. As a backup engine, I think it's great, or just for some small trolling around stuff. Going around working on boats or something. It was a fun project. I learned a little bit about how engines worked. I think it's really cool that it's air cooled, which means it doesn't use water to cool it. So if I was to go duck hunting, that engine might actually be a perfect duck hunting engine because it's air cooled. So if you go through any like weedy, grassy, muddy stuff, it's not gonna clog your engine up. And normally when I go duck hunting, we're like hunting a pond where we're only going about a mile max. So that engine might actually work for that. We'll see what I use it for in the future. There's a smudge on the screen. There we go. If you have any questions about the engine or anything, just leave a comment below and I'll get to them. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned because we got a lot of fishing videos to come now that I got that working Jon Boat. And I don't know if you guys know, but here's a little sneak peek to what's to come. Shh, that's a secret. Big stuff coming. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and want to see what ends up happening with these engines and boats and the adventures we find ourselves on. And I'll catch you guys probably on another episode later this week. Cheers.